Okay, Microsoft Access can also import comma-separated value files, and you find CSV files all over the internet, so it's a good idea to know how to handle those in Microsoft Access. I'm going to import this file here. This is the committee master file from the Federal Election Commission for the 2009-2010 cycle. This lists information about all the different political action committees that have donated to candidates or at least are registered. It's a good idea to take a look at a file in a text editor before you try to import it, because sometimes there are things in the file that you need to account for as you're doing the importing. For example, in this file, I noticed that the column names, the variable names, are in the first row of the data set. They're right up there at the top. So I'll need to know that when I go to import it. Another thing I notice is that some of the fields have commas inside them. Like here we have the Drive Political Action Fund, comma, Chapter 886. If I don't tell Access that this comma here is internal to the name of the organization and doesn't define the boundary between two fields, then the import is not going to go very well. So fortunately, the creators of this file have put delimiters, in this case quote marks, around any field like that that contains a comma that isn't signaling a boundary between the different variables. So I'll need to know that as well. I don't think there's anything else in here to be aware of, so I'm going to close this out and get on with the import. To import the file, I need to click this External Data tab and find this Import Text File icon. Browse to where the file is. In this case, it's in my FEC datasets subdirectory on my hard drive. And here's the file I want to import, Committee Master File. That little icon there tells me it's a comma-separated variable file. So I'm going to double-click on it and click OK. And Access has figured out that it's a delimited file. That's good. I'm going to click Next. And here's where having looked at the file comes in handy. I know that commas are separating the different fields. I also know that there's the text qualifier is a quotation mark, so I've chosen that here on the little drop-down menu. And finally, I know that the first row contains the field name, so I'm going to check that box. And I think everything else is all set, so I'm going to click Next. I'm going to click Next here as well. Again, pass on the offer of a primary key, click Next, and we're ready to go. I'm going to click Finish and close, and there's the committee master file. Terrific.